Hey everybody, and welcome back to Farmboy's Garage. And we're in the 93 Chevy K1500 Silverado. And the problem we've been having is a lot of play in the steering wheel, especially going down the road. You know, these old Chevys, they get wore out. Of course, this one's not running right now. But I'm going to show you how to kind of diagnose and fix some of these steering issues. So the first thing you want to do is jack the tire off the ground, and I've got it secured with a jack stand and a jack. I like these old jacks, but I don't really trust them anymore. This one's getting some age on them. And we want to try to wiggle this wheel. If it'll wiggle up and down, that tells us our ball joints are bad. Side to side, tells us our tie rod's bad. Actually, our first test, we're going to grab the top and bottom of the wheel. We'll, of course, make sure to spin. That means we're all the way off the ground. And we want to try to rock it back and forth. Now, the tire flexes, but the wheel, there's no back and forth, so I know the ball joints are good. Now we want to move it this way. You can see, got a lot of play in that, and that's going to be in the tie rod. It's really the only part that could be in. But if you've got, you know, that's, I don't know, probably close to an inch of play, you know, half inch one way and half inch the other. So I guess what we're going to have to do is we're going to replace some tie rods. So I'm going to go ahead and, I've already got the tie rod in. Go ahead and yank this tire off, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's our tie rod. You can see we got an end here. This one has a zerk fitting on the bottom. We got a coupler, and we got another end that sticks in there with a zerk fitting on the end. This is an 18mm nut, and that one is a 19 or 3/4. Alright, so that one's off. Now on this one, we should be able to just tap on that with a hammer. If that don't work, since we're not really worried about saving that, we're just gonna hit it like that. The other one I can't get a hammer to, so I'm going to have to use my pickle fork. I'm going to take this pickle fork, and I'm just going to go right beside between the boot and that other control arm there, or tie rod, whatever you want to call it, center link. And we're going to should be falling out. Break it free. Here's our tie rod. Yeah, it's definitely, it probably wasn't greased enough, and they're pretty loose. So now we got to go match up these with the new ones. All right, so here's our old one, and here is the new one. And we can see the new one does have a castle nut that will go on the end of the control link here. So also want to make sure we got it going the right way. So this one just got a lock nut. It's got the end zerk fitting that'll go towards the center on the center link. The other one will go to the wheel side. This one. All right, so now you can see I've already put these two together. And I just kind of, I didn't even measure anything. I just kind of put it together to see basically where we was at. I can tell it's too short, so we'll need to adjust it using this, and we'll have to figure out which way it needs to go to get it, let it out. And I'm just eyeballing it. Looks pretty close. Gonna get us pretty close. I'm gonna have to go get a front end alignment done. I got to do both sides. So I just want to get close enough to where I ain't squealing going down the road. till I can get alignment done next week. All right, so I want to stick the one on the inside in first, and then we'll stick the one on the outside in. I got to get this thing and give some nuts started here. Give the nut. Take this castle nut off, and we'll get this bottom one started. And tighten the inner one up and see if it's still 3/4. Remember, that is a lock nut. It won't come off. All right, and we could put an impact on this, but I think I'm just going to use a wrench, and this is also 3/4. And it's pretty tight. I can get about a flat right there. All right, so the only thing we have left really is to tighten these nuts up right here, and that's just to keep it from turning and working loose. Well, that's all there is to changing out your tie rod end on these model trucks. I bought this kit on Amazon, and it came with all 3 pieces for each side. Looks like a nice kit, painted black. And I'll drop a link in the description for it if you want to go check them out. I don't get any money from Amazon and nothing like that. But on the other side, I've got to change out the hash shaft because of a bad boot, and also have to change out the axle seal. This leaking. So stay tuned for that video, and thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't.